Hello, Kay or Kaya. I don't know how to say your name. Maybe it's Kay. Um, Thanks for your question. Um, Let me read your question again. Quiz for companies on whether or not they're ready for digital transformation. Okay, so one of the uh, for a company to be able to increase the levels of transparency that it has with its partners in the supply chain and with the market of consumers, it would be necessary for there first to be a working relationship with the upstream and downstream partners in the supply chain that is supportive uh, of supportive of the health and well-being of all of the businesses involved. So the environment would need to be uh, one in which the parties involved desire to uh, be able to market themselves on a larger scale or market themselves to additional uh, prospects in the market as a result of having a greater level of credibility in the work that they do. So these kinds of businesses welcome transparency and want to use increased transparency in their internal operations as a selling point for when they are making appeals in the market for new business. So the uh, the opposite scenario or the opposite disposition of a business would be a business that regularly practices malfeasance in order to uh, in order to generate uh, ill-gotten profits by doing things, for example, like making false claims of spoiled product, or or by exercising their ability to change the information that's recorded and stored on the products that they handle or produce or treat in order to somehow make claims, for example, that their products are newer, or to make claims or fresher, or to make claims that the materials or ingredients that are used in their products are better than the ingredients that are actually used. These kinds of businesses, these kinds of supply chain or logistics or wholesale partners in the supply chain who benefit and profit from systemic theft, malfeasance, essentially being a bad actor in the supply chain, selling products out of the back door of the factory. Um, Another example is if a manufacturer is contracted with a brand to produce 10,000 units in a week for that brand, and does the work for producing those 10,000 units during business hours, but then after business hours at night goes about producing an additional 10,000 units that are then sold into the black market or the counterfeit market. That's another example. These kinds of businesses are not going to welcome increased transparency and that comes with digital transformation. They are going to want to have to maintain the current system of obfuscated information on the materials and products in the supply chain. So I'm getting a call here that I'm not going to take at this moment. Um, sorry, I have to tell this person one moment, please. So yeah, that's the answer to one question is if you're ready, in order to ascertain if your business is ready for digital transformation, it would mean to say that not only your business, but the other businesses upstream and downstream in your supply chain will welcome increased transparency and want to be able to market their services to generate new business in the market by offering that selling point of credibility, high integrity of operations, um, and and trustability. Is that a word? Trustworthiness. But again, businesses that want to continue profiting from systemic theft of their partners' products or the other ways that I described, they would resist digital transformation because of that increased transparency. So I hope that helps. I actually wasn't. This is a new request. I hadn't heard any. No one had let me know that asked me for my input, but I'm glad to give it. I hope this is helpful. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Bye now.